morning and hello, I'm Professor Coe and this is the Forex Supermodel Racing Review for Thursday the 29th of September 2022. Right, we've got nothing to review for yesterday except we had a race of interest which we didn't actually bet at. It came in, it was the, we were looking at the, what was it, the Newcastle 715 on the all-weather. It was Rosie's Girl, it was a four-runner race handicap. We said that house had a decent chance. We were just put off by the competition, and in the end this horse won very easily at 5-1. So in some respects it was a poor decision not to bet on that. I know some of you were on it, so good luck to that and well done. But from our perspective, we just decided that whilst it had all the right ingredients, there was just a couple in there that could have seen us off, and we just didn't fancy getting a second or third on that day. So anyway, we didn't do it, and that was that. So we missed out technically. But if you did it, well done. Anyway, we'll have a look at what we've got today. It's for Thursday the 29th. As we said, we've got no filter one, which is our structural filter. We've got no ratio filter. We do have an alternate. It's at Chelmsford on the all-weather in the 525. It's the first race on the card. It's the EBF European Breeders' Fund Novice Stakes, Class 4, 2-year-old, 10 furlongs, modelled 94. What do we know about Chelmsford 10 furlongs? Well, basically they do a loop of the course and a little bit, so and the additional finishing straight, so it's a lap and a bit really, and it's modelled 94. And on the all-weather, modelled 94 is equivalent with Lingfield, Chelmsford as we said, and Dundalk. And Kempton and Wolverhampton are slower at 92, Newcastle slower again 91, and Southall much slower at 89. So basically you're looking at the top end of the all-weather speed spectrum for 10 furlongs. So you're looking for a sort of a speed horse really. Now there's four in this race. The likely favourite is this Counter. And the close second favourite is this Sir Lawrence. So Counter, what do we know about Counter? Well, it's had a couple of runs at the 16th to the 8th, Chelmsford 7 furlongs. That's model 97 at 7 furlongs, bit quicker. The winner was rated 88 and second 85. That horse was Sweating, our horse. It's mid-division, too wide. Basically it ran on and was eased. Minimum run on it was a sort of a slow plod run on and was eased, and then it went out at Goodwood, 8 furlong maiden, model 95, about the same, and the fourth was rated 77 there, so it's a fairly decent race that. And it was Sweating, it was on the rail, joint lead, and then it sort of really plugged on, that horse. And so if you look at that horse, Counter, it's physically small, and it looks pretty one-paced. So it's worth taking on really in a speed environment. So that's Counter. And then you've got this Sir Lawrence Graph, which is, was it number 4? It's had 3 runs. Haydock Novice Stakes, 8 furlongs, model 93. So a little bit slower. The second was rated 77. It was slowly away, mid-rail, a lot of block and a potential. So it had a bad trip basically on its first run. And then it went out to Goodwood, 8 furlong soft, model 95. And it was Sweating, and it got the rail just off the pace. A medium strong gallop, so that's sort of fairly neutral run there. And then to get its handicap marker, Sandown on the 14th of the 9th, you're looking at 8 furlong novice stakes, soft, model 92, so it'll be even slower than that, it'll be about 91.90, and it's the winner was 94.80. Slow early pace, soft lead, stayed on, and very one pace. Now the mark we feel is about right. It's rated, the official handicap has rated it 81. It's probably official rating 81. It's a max of 85 as far as we're concerned. So that's what you're up against really. We're going to give that one the chop as well because it's shown itself to be very one pace and not particularly a speed horse. Now the speed horse in the game is this Think First, number 1. It had a run at Catterick, which was 7 furlongs on the soft model 95, so it would bring it a little bit slower than that. The winner was rated 88, the third 71, so it was a decent race, and our horse was second. I say our horse, yeah, Think First. It was slowly away, and it was rear, and made a very minor move, so that was its first run. And then it went out to Chelmsford, 8 furlongs. So 2 furlongs shorter than what it's up against today, and it actually won that race, and the second was rated 74. Slowly early pace, and it had a very easy trip. So that sort of tempers it. But if you watch that horse, it can certainly do a speed on the surface. And the fourth in that race, Lil Frank. It's got some decent Doncaster form behind it, so the fourth was a reasonable horse. So the race wasn't bad, but as I say, it was a slow early pace, and this horse had a very easy trip, so that sort of tempers it. But it did show it has a good kick, that horse. Now the other one, Elijah's, number 3. Couple of runs. Ascot initially, maiden 7 furlongs, model 94, second 87. Decent race, up with the pace, and then faded out the picture. So reasonable start with a decent race. Then on the 16th of the 9th, Newbury Condition Stakes, another very decent race. Winner was model 99, second 96, third 91, and basically it was up with the pace and heavily eased. Now that horse, if you look at Elijah's, it's a big bodied, white faced horse if you look at the replays, and it's bred for 1.5 miles really. This is a mile 2, 10 furlongs, and it's drawn drawn 3, and this one's drawn 4, so they're likely to they'll either be hustled up to get the rail, or they'll be out the back of the other two. So but the key thing here really is you're taking on 2 clearly Counter and Sir Lawrence Graf. You're taking on horses that have shown them to be pretty one-paced, and this is a speed environment, as we said. This model 94, you're looking at Lingfield and Dundalk equivalents. So you'd have to think that Think First was the most likely winner, and Elijah's, who knows. But we tried to put the bets on initially, but the Betfair system is down for maintenance at the moment, essential maintenance, whatever that means. So we're unable to get the bets on at the moment. The Think First is priced up at 9 to 1 at best, and the largest at 9 to 1. We don't think you'll get that. You'll probably get 9 to 1 10s on the largest. This is looking at around 13 to 2, so quite a lot less, 6.5s. So when we eventually get the Betfair site fired up and they've stopped their maintenance, then we're looking at putting £1 on each of these. So number 1 Think First and number 3 Elijah's, to beat these 2 one-paced horses in a speed environment. So that's what we're up to. Recently, all our secondary races of interest have come in, and we've not been on them. So that's sod's law, basically. Anyway, so the account's static at 69 units in profit from a peak of 72. So anyway, if you've just subscribed recently, welcome, and otherwise, generally, thanks for watching and goodbye.